Hey everyone, DisturbedShadow here, getting back to the Tool discography. Today we're going to be talking about their third album, Lateralus, which is widely considered to be their best album. And I kind of have to agree, this is just such a fantastic album. So let's just jump right in and talk about what the hell makes this one of the most praised metal albums of all time. So let's just jump right in. First, let's talk about the opening track, The Grudge, which is one of my personal favorite Tool songs. There's such a great progression to it, the way it just builds. Plus, there's so much cool instrumental stuff going on. The bass really takes the focus here, and like almost like the bass is the lead instrument instead of the guitar in some instances on this song. It's just so cool the way the guitar and bass play off each other in this song. And then Danny's doing some ridiculous, crazy stuff on the drums all throughout the song, and it just all meshes together really nicely. And the way he alternates between the more simplistic slowed down stuff and the fast paced drumming on the song is really cool how it all comes together. Plus, Maynard's doing a fantastic job on vocals, and he really shows off his range on this song and all the different types of singing he does, where more like melodic type of singing and more soft type of singing, and the sort of scratchy kind of singing, and it gets a few like yelling moments here and there. So there's lots of different stuff he's doing on the vocals, and then everything on this song just comes together really nicely in a way that really opens up this album in a perfect way. So, like I said, it's one of my favorite Tool songs. Anyway, next song we'll talk about track number 3, The Patient, which is one of the more slow, pulled back, sort of more simplistic songs on the album. It's a 7-minute song, or it's got a lot of more simple type of riffs, but I just love the way it sounds. Plus, the vocals and the lyrics in the song are just top notch. It's just so good, and I really love this song. And there's all these really cool melodic bits on the vocals that really pull you into the song. Track number 5, Schism, which is probably Tool's most well-known song, and they're one of their most commercially successful singles. It's just such a really, really cool song. Another, it's another one of those songs where the bass really takes the focus in a lot of points, and there's this really cool like the main riff on the bass and on the guitars that everyone knows. It's like such a unique sounding and such a famous little bit of music that everyone thinks of it. As soon as you hear Tool, you think of this song and that main riff in this song. Plus, this is lyrically some of Tool's best work. Maynard really did an amazing job writing the lyrics for the song. It's just fantastic. And like every song on this album, it just comes together so nicely, and it's just such a cool, slow but really technical song at the same time. It's just really cool all around. So it's another one of Tool's best songs, which is many of the songs on this album. The next tracks I want to talk about are tracks number 6 and 7, Parabol and Parabola, which are sort of like two parts of the same song. So I'm going to talk about those together. Parabol is a more slowed down song where the focus is on Maynard's vocals, and it's sort of like different, it's variations of some of the lyrics in the main part of the song, which is Parabola. So it's interesting that there's sort of that build up at the beginning, and then it gets faster in Parabola where where the focus is a bit more on the instrumental side of things. There's a lot of fantastic guitar playing throughout Parabola. It's just so cool how Adam alternates between this more distorted sound and a really, really crisp, clean melodic style. It just plays off each other really nicely. And it's another one of my personal favorite Tool songs. It's just such a good song. Track number 8, Ticks and Leeches. What I really like about this song is this ridiculous drum intro from Danny. It's just so cool. And then the song just progresses nicely where the bass comes in and the guitars come in and then the vocals come in. And then the end of the song, it slows down a bit. So it's kind of cool how it sort of progressively changes over time. And Tool show themselves time and time again to be masters of progressive music. And this song is no different. Track number 9, Lateralus, which is probably my favorite track on this album. And it's probably a close tie for my favorite Tool song, along with some songs off Anima, which I reviewed a couple days ago. It's just such a cool song. It's really tied into the Fibonacci sequence. It's just a really cool concept, and how like the the syllables in the opening verses is just progress according to the Fibonacci sequence. It's a little cool thing. This song's just so cool throughout the whole song. I just love every aspect of this song. Sort of alternates between soft and heavy, and it's just so cool. And then the end of this song just has this fantastic way to end a song. It's just so good, and I can't stop listening to this song over and over and over again because it's just so good. The last track I want to talk about is track number 10, Disposition, which is sort of a more pulled back, simplistic song where it's sort of simple guitar playing and then some interesting drum percussion kind of stuff happening. And then there's not too many lyrics, but there's just so much emotion in this song, and I just really like that. There are a few other tracks in the album, but not really worth talking about, but those are the main ones that really caught my interest, and I think are the ones that really stand out on this album. So now let's go in and talk about the actual band members themselves. First, let's talk about Maynard on vocals. This guy is a fantastic singer. He's got so much range, where he's doing more fast-paced, manic sort of shouts and screams and that kind of stuff, or he's doing more slowed down, melodic type of stuff. He can do it all, and he's, like I keep saying, he's got so much range, and it really shines on this album. Plus, he is such a good songwriter. There's so many amazing lyrics throughout this entire album. I can't even point out specific bits because they're just all so well written. It's just so good. So Maynard's awesome singer, awesome songwriter. Now let's go on to the other band members. Carey on drums. This guy is amazing. No matter what he's doing, whether he's doing more sort of pulled back, simplistic type of stuff, or really complex technical kind of stuff. He does it all on this album, and he always fits in perfectly with what the other band members are doing. It's just so good, and this guy's just such an amazing drummer, and he just never disappoints. Adam Jones on guitar. There's so many cool different guitar bits, like on Parabola, where it has all these heavy distorted type of riffs and the more melodic type of riffs. They're just all crammed in there, and they're so good. And then Justin Chancellor on bass. This guy is amazing. There's so many amazing bass parts, and it's just turned up so loud. Like on Schism and on the Grudge and Ticks and Leeches, there's just so many cool bass parts that really shine and stand out from what their guitars are doing. And then these two guys, Danny and Adam, they're the guitars. I mean, Justin and Adam, the guitars and the bass play off each other so well throughout this whole album, and there's just such cool parts where the bass and that guitar just work so well together, even though they're playing completely different things. It just sounds so good. So, as I keep saying, these four musicians are fantastic, and they make this album just absolutely amazing. And it's not hard to see why this is one of Tool's best albums. So if you're new to Tool and just want to get into them, this is the album you should start with because it's just such a masterpiece. I don't usually do ratings because I don't really believe in putting a numerical value on a piece of music like this because different people have different opinions on what's good and what's not. But I will give this a rating of 10 out of 10 because this album is amazing. It's perfect. It is the perfect Tool record. And I'm so excited to hear their new album. And I'm going to be reviewing currently their last released album, 10,000 Days, very shortly. So I'll see you guys then.